When, like, if we were to ask them to describe you, like one or two words that would consistently be used in describing you, what would they say?
I don't know. Are we X-rated, R-rated, PG?
Yeah, there are no boundaries here, man. You just let us have it. You
No.
can give the professional in, you can give the social in. Like I said, this is real. We don't want, just resume and formalities. Like you said, like, act like you're talking to your boys right now.
I think, the word, because me and Ward Dunn have been friends since we were freshmen at FSU. And I think the word that I think most consistently I've actually heard him use in describing me is that I'm brilliant.
Okay.
Almost to the extent that I'm too smart, not only for my own good, but in dealing with most other people.
Okay.
And he doesn't say it in a negative way, but I think that's a word that's used, and I don't want to sound self-serving with that, but that's what he's said most often. And I think the other thing, I guess, is that I'm real. I don't have a lot of, there's not a lot of pretenses, and there's not a lot of what you see is what you get. And I try to do my best to call them as I see them, to say what I mean, and to do what I say.
With the deal that you struck for Andre last year, how do you, if Andre were sitting here with us and we looked at Andre and we said, Andre, how best do you think Don served you in that deal? What do you think was special about the way Don put that deal together and the relationships and his knowledge that he used?
I think it was that the way that we handled the negotiation process and the fact that we got him into camp on time, which was a very important objective. It was that I handled my end of the professional responsibilities in our relationship, which freed him up and didn't encumber him in any way to handle his. He was able to go and play football and not, be worried that his coach is constantly saying in the press that he's a holdout or any of those things, and that he had the confidence that he was going to get a good deal and that he wasn't going to end up in a bad position.
Do you find it on a day-to-day level that he's really happy with what's gone on?
Oh, I think he's extremely excited about the fact that he got paid more money than the quarterback that got picked in the same spot right ahead of him. I mean, I think he's extremely ecstatic about that, and he has a lot of incentives in his contract that right now, because he's on the cusp of becoming a true superstar, he's likely to hit all those incentives. So not only is he happy with the initial results of the deal, he's happy with the fact that that deal is now turning into more real money for him.
That's spectacular, Don. Thank you for sharing that with us. It really is. It's a testament to like your ability as an agent. At your agency, do you have the pick of who you want to go after, or you kind of assign the person? I'm not familiar with that part of it. Well, he works with himself. It's just him. It's just you want to open his own agency. What do you look for particularly in a client? Besides, skill, what kind of qualities do you look for as a person that's someone you definitely want to represent?
Honestly, I think the most important thing that you need to have in a client is the character traits. It's their skill. If they're a person that's a prospective NFL player, not even a prospective draft pick, but a prospective NFL player, I think in your clients you want someone who's a solid character, because as a business person whose job is essentially to safeguard and act as an agent, which essentially you're an extension of that player and many of his deals beyond just with the team. You want somebody who's of a high moral character, because the players that get into all of the different trouble and have all of the different social problems that are deemed as social problems tend to be headache clients. So in looking at a client, it's not so much are you going to be a top 5 draft pick and earn me X amount of commission because I'm all about this because of the money. I actually am an agent because I feel like I was blessed with a gift, and I want to try to help guys who are interested in helping themselves become better people, better men, better role models. So I mean, I try to look at what kind of person I'm going to be dealing with, because it's not your typical business relationship where you call when you need something, and they show up with a dryer and then the deal is done. You're in a constant give and take, ongoing, and loyalty is important, because just as much as the client expects that I am being loyal to them and I am always out there representing and advocating in their best interest, I think I should be able to expect the same from my client, that I don't have to worry about I'm out here working hard, maybe for a client that's not making me a lot of money, trying to get them in a better position. And, they're out there doing things that are adverse to me and adverse to my agency's interest in representing them.
Are you working on a way obviously you have relationships you've developed over the years, and you're 31, and you've been to law school and college. But if you've got a guy, let's say you get him from one of the Florida schools, because you're gonna set yourself apart from a lot of the people down there. Hopefully, that's who you'll become, as like one of the top-notch guys there. But a guy ends up in Green Bay. Use Javon Walker as